Hello and welcome back to another Final Table commentary. Today we got a Titans event that was played on the 23rd of February. I guess I'll say the year 2025. We got Happy KK, we got Santoy, Blow Knockout with this big ass stack, yo. Smilly the hero. We got Lena, Segister, Elmrix, Proberus, Hello Toddy. Very, very stacked Final Table. And we're not in the money yet. We see 6 players get paid. 5k entry, 80k for the win. That's good to note. Blow Knockout's going to start things off with a jack and a 3 and use a big sizing and take it down pretty. And they get a king and a jack, and sorry, I'll just quickly change the speed of this. There we go. King Jack, Blow Knockout uses the big size again. Smilly with an ace and a 5 of the same suit. Good 3-bet. Smilly throws out a little comment, plays call, Segister in the big with an ace and a jack. Could see a rip it all in pre-flop. Segister could just play call as well. We're not in the money, so we're just playing for chips. Not surprised to see the jam. And this should get through pre for Segister, and they'll pick up a nice little pot pre-flop, 35 blinds. Unless Blow Knockout sticks it in with the king and the jack, but no. They very reasonably just let it go. Ace 3 for Hello Toddy, a very aggressive player from early position. We'll just let that go. 5-4 for Blow Knockout with the big stack folds. Segister in the small with a 6 and a 7 will limp it on in Elmrix with Queen 3 of diamonds. Very playable holding, might bump it up. Look to buy the pot pre-flop. They say no, we'll just go to the flop. Ace 10 6. Segister with bottom pair. Elmrix with a backdoor flush draw, backdoor straight draw. Queen high. Checks it on back. 8 of hearts on the turn. No help for Elmrix. They're pretty done with the pot here. Segister checks the bottom pair again. They do pick up a straight draw to the 9, so they'll see a river card. 6 of clubs. So Segister makes 3 of a kind. Elmrix again just with the queen high. Every once in a while it's good here, but I imagine Segister will go for a big bet and then Elmrix will let go of the queen high. Full pot size. About 3 blinds for Segister. And I personally like myself a good hero call, but I don't know if we do it with the queen 3 here. Elmrix goes in the tank. I don't think we raise. So I think Elmrix is just thinking about a hero call. And they do correctly lay it down. Ace 10 for Happy KK. They'll come on in for the open. From early position off the 60 blind stack. Segister with a king and a queen on the button. I don't know what we do here, to be honest with you. 37 blinds deep. Third place position comes in for the open. Segister plays call. We get a 10-9-3 flop. 2 clubs for Segister. Backdoor flush draw back. No. Just a straight draw to the jack. 2 overcards with the king and the queen. Happy with that top pair, top kicker. Bets about 2 blinds. A third pot. Segister plays call. 4 of spades on the turn, so no help for him. Happy will probably go for another Betsky here. Depending on the size, Segister will make their decision, of course. 7.5 blinds. Something tells me we're getting priced out of the pot, but Segister might play call being in position. They might want to bluff on some clubs and spades. Where I wouldn't do that, so I would just fold on the turn. But if Segister finds the call, we're going to see some bluffs come in. They find the raise on the turn. 15.5 blinds. Happy he's going nowhere. A little bit of a misstep here from Segister. But it is scary, let me tell you. If I'm happy, I just rip it all in. But, you know, this is terrifying. Happy goes deep in the tank. Does Happy ever find the fold here? They're getting a great price, but this play is so strong. There's so many draws out there. You wouldn't expect a draw to do this. You would expect this to be a set or better. How could you get better than a set on a... How can you get better than a set on a board that doesn't have any straights? You know, fuck me. So Suggestor repping the set gets happy off top pair, top kicker, which is good to see. Suggestor picks up a big stack. They got about 50 blinds. They're playing calls with the 10s here. Ace Jack for progress in the small blind. Blow knockout comes in for the open with the King Queen suited. Ace Jack does just hit the muck. We get a King 7-4 flop. Backdoor spades, top pair with a fair kicker for blow knockout. We'll go for a little third pot size bet. Suggestor, I think we play call for one. 10 of hearts, very good card. Board is locked up for Suggestor, and they'll probably scoop a few pennies here out of blow knockout stack. Suggestor playing good, running good. Sees a 6 blind bet out of the big stack. Blow knockout with over 100 blinds is going to be below that. I don't know if we get this all in though. Suggestor goes for another raise on the turn here. Okay, we're probably getting this all in at some point. If I'm blow knockout, I play call. We'll see a river card, hope for no hearts. But again, this is what Suggestor was just repping. The very last holding and got top pair, top kicker to fold. This time around, blow knockout says, I'm not folding. Suggestor's got the second best holding. Yeah, there's no straights out there. No straight potentials. Second nuts for Suggestor's set. And blow knockout blocks top pair, 2 pairs. You wouldn't expect King to call pre-flop. You're really worried about 7s, 4s, and a nice fold from blow knockout. Suggestor up to 74 blinds though, and then they get an ace and a king. However, blow knockout has fucking pocket rockets, yo. He's got the aces. The big stack comes in for the open. You could always see Suggestor just play call pre-flop, which would be very convenient for them. Yeah, nicely done by Suggestor. They're not going to lose their whole stack here. They should be okay. 3s come along for Probus looking to make a set. Jack 9 suited for happy in the big blind. We're going 4 ways to a flop here, dealer. 10-9-7, interesting board. Blow knockout with the nut flush draw, although the straight flush potential's out there for nobody. Suggestor checks with the second nut flush draw. 8 on the turn gives happy a straight. Probus checks the 3s on the flop as well in position. Flop checks around. Happy leads out 3 blinds on the turn here, about a third pot. Blow knockout will come along to the river. What does Suggestor do with that king of diamonds? I don't know. Do we come along? This is a small bet, yo. Probus will have an easy fold. You know what? There's so many bad... look at the board. It's 10-9-7 with an 8 on the turn. Why would Suggestor call with the king of diamonds? They're just getting out of there. There's any 6 makes a straight. Any jack makes a straight. There's flush potentials. There's the ace of diamonds potentially out there. Shout out to the big dog. Shout out to the big dog. Anyways, happy will take down a little pot there. Blow knockout doesn't lose too many blinds to the straight. Leno with an ace and a 7, we'll get to hear from them. They'll come on in for the open, electing to go for a 2.2 blind size. Hello Toddy with an ace and a jack on the button. I smell a 3-bet coming in here. I want to see something small. Like 5.7. 6 blinds. I don't know what Lena does against that. I was hoping for something small. Smaller than 5.7. Maybe 5.5. It doesn't matter. Lena will fold. There's no 4-betting coming in here this turnaround. Holy fuck, that was a jumbled sentence. Still getting into the flow of things here. Jack 10 for Hello Toddy will come in for the open with a limp. Open limps. Hello Toddy again, a very aggressive player. We're not in the money. Maybe that's impacting their decision to limp it in here. 9-7 for Santoy completes the small blind. Flops 3 in a row, but that's no good, of course. Blow knockout with the pair of queens. Hello Toddy with a double gutter to the king or 9. Nobody's got hearts out there. Although there's 2 on the board. Ace, queen, 8 flop goes check, check. Hello Toddy bets 2 blinds, about half pot. And then Blow Knockout says, fuck me, what am I doing in this pot here with Queen 4-0? Plays call with the pair. Queens turns 2 pairs. Hello Toddy still drawing to that 9 or king. Doesn't have a heart in their holding, but they do have a big heart where it matters. I'd love to see a fire here. Fire a barrel. They're in the tank. I wonder if they go over bet. Do we size up a river jam? What do we do here, Hello Toddy? Well, we're using at least half our time bank. We'll check it on back and make the straight on the river. Blow Knockout again with 2 pairs. Might pay off a bet here. I don't think they're happy about the run out. Flush completes. Ace King, King Queen beats him. Some sort of like King 4 of diamonds. King 8. Anyways, river goes check, bet, call. And Hello Toddy takes on a nice pot. Blinds go up. Blow Knockout still in first. Oh, sorry. What are they? I guess they're in first place, just slightly ahead of Sageister. For the time being, they got a king and a 10 in the small blind. Lena opens up ace queen under the gun. Smilly in the big with the jack 8 suited sees a raise under the gun. Call from the small. They'll complete the big blind. Whoa, we're just going to fold? Okay. Smilly goes in chip preservation mode. Jack 4-4 flop goes check bet. I think Blow Knockout just folds. Yeah, they just let it go. Lena takes down a small one. But blinds did go up, and we're pretty even Steven all around the table here. Sageister with the ace king suited will come into a raise under the gun. What are you doing, cat? Oh, Lord. King 3 for Lena completes the big blind. We get a 9, 8, 5 flop. Flop goes check, check 3 of clubs on the turn. Is interesting as Sageister picks up a flush draw. Lena makes a pair. No bets go in. Deuce on the river. Lena bets about 1.5 blinds and gets a call from the ace high. Lena takes down a little pot there. Almost at 50 blinds now. Nicely done by Lena. So we got 9 players. Again, nobody's in the money. We're not in the money. No, we aren't. Just looking around the table, we got Proberus at 20 blinds, Almrex at 20 blinds, and then we're still going to be looking for another body to bust. Huh. Interesting final table. As I guess Smilly off 35 blinds would be the next one to go out, but that's not guaranteed by any stretch of the imagination, as we got Hello Toddy with 41 blinds, Lena with 49, and Blow Knockout doesn't have the big chip lead anymore. They're just at 60 blinds with the king and a queen. They'll come in for the open. King 10 for Sageister, who's been playing some good cards, finds a fold on the button. Jack 10 for Elmrix in the small. I think we fold off the like 19 blind stack. They say rip it all in, and we'll probably take it down pre-flop. Take down the blinds and antes and Blow Knockout to open. My cat just loves sitting in the cords. It's annoying as fuck. We got an ace 10 open under the gun. Hello Toddy in the big with the queen and a 9 of the same suit. King queen for Sageister might play call again. They do find the call. Hello Toddy should complete the big, I think. About 40 blinds. We see a queen 8 4 flop. Bad news for Hello Toddy. No diamonds out there. No 9. And Goose, why are you back in the cords? Get out of cords. Anyways, happy kid will check with that range advantage. Oh, checks all the way around. 10 on the turn. She's got a straight draw to the jack for Hello Toddy. A pair for Happy Kid. Sorry, the cat's just being a pain in the ass. They're going to take a stab on the turn here. So Jeister probably plays call, and then Hello Toddy will be in a weird spot. I don't know what to do with Queen 9 here. We do got that straight draw. There's spades out there. Happy Kid's bet is interesting as all hell. We don't want to fold and see a jack on the river. It's about 4 blinds into a pot of about 19. Very interesting spot for Hello Toddy. They do land on the call with the top pair and straight draw. And the cat, like, what are you doing, man? River checks around us with Jeister. There's 19 blinds out there. I might just check this one back and look to take her down. We'll see if Sugeister can sniff out a value bet here. They are playing some damn good cards. I think it's going to come in here to like 12 blinds. Maybe 13 and a half. I don't know how big we want to go here. Maybe we just go super large. Nope. Hello Toddy's got 35 blinds. That's going to play into our bet size. I think it's like 13. Sugeister does just check her back and takes down the 19 blinds in the middle. Puts him in first place with 70 blinds. Elmrix from the cutoff with a king and a jack. We'll see if Sugeister opens up 10-9-0. One seat over Sugeister does open. Again, king jack for Elmrix. They're not afraid to rip it in here. We'll see if a small 3-bet comes in. They elect just to jam. That will take her down. Elmrix picks up about 6 blinds. Good shit for him. 10-10 for blow knockout. Opens under the gun. Happy KK with an ace and a 10 in the small. Probers with a couple of 7s and 20 blinds. Nicely done. Finds the fold. Big fan of Probers. Happy to see them stick around for a little bit longer. And blow knockouts open. We'll just get through pre. Fortunately, we haven't heard too much from Santoy, eh? Same with Probers. They've just kind of been sitting there, watching the action, getting shitty holdings. Hello Toddy with a 7-7. We'll come in for the open this time. To 2 blinds. Happy with an ace and a 9 is thinking about some sort of something here. A 3-bet would be more likely than a call. They go in the tank and they do raise to 6.5 blinds. Then Hello Toddy might think about jamming. I don't think we're going to call 7-7 in this situation. They do elect to rip it in. That should just take it down pre-flop. Nice play by Hello Toddy. We shouldn't see a flip here. No, we don't. 43 blinds for Hello Toddy. Happy's down to 33 after starting this thing off, I believe, in second place. There was a nice bluff by Sugeister. Got him off top pair, top kicker. Other than that, has been playing some good cards and went for a wide 3-bet, and it just didn't work out. King Queen for Elmrix will come in for a 2.3 blind raise. From earlier position, Ace Jack for blow knockout completes the small. Smilly calls from the big blind. We get a Queen 9-3 flop top pair for Elmrix. No straight draw, but the backdoor nut flush draw for blow knockout. Backdoor straight draws, I suppose. They might stick around for a small bet. Nah, I think we get rid of our Ace Jack here. Smilly with the 8s. It's an afterthought, unfortunately. 3 blinds is the bet. Blow knockout says small bet, but you've only got like 22 behind, so I just find the fold. And we move along. Ace 9 suited for Smilly. Sugeister with an ace and a 10 in the big stack. They'll open it on up. Ace Jack for Santoy. Hopefully we hear from him. They're not super happy about seeing this under the gun open, but this Ace Jack is playable. They're sitting in the cutoff. I don't know if we 3-bet. I think we just call. Santoy says just click it, the call button. Ace 9 will fold a small blind. Queen 8, 2 flop. 2 hearts out there. Sugeister with no hearts. Under the gun raise. Pre-flop is scary though. Suggestor can continue to tell the story. They elect to slow down, giving Santoy the chance to bet. But they're probably going to check as well. Only way we really see some action is if there's an ace of spades on the turn. Ace of hearts, I wonder if it goes check as well. Jack of hearts, we'll see what happens. Couple of straight draws for Suggestor looking for a 9 or a king. Bets 3.5 blinds. Santoy picks up a pair. Weird spot for him though. Find the call. See a clean river. 10 of clubs should slow Suggestor down. Should go check. Any 9 makes it straight. The heart's complete on the turn. Ace 10 for Suggestor. That just doesn't belong. No, they bet 10.2 blinds. This will probably get Santoy off the pot here. The 14 in the middle is likely to slide Suggestor's way. Ace king makes it straight. If I'm Santoy, I just let this go. Yeah, nice bluff there by the Suggestor, continuing to play great cards. They really deserve that first place position as Probris has a couple of 9s and comes in for the open. Blow knockout with the ace and the queen. We're probably going to see a flip here. Probris' life. Whoa, blow knockout plays call. Suggestor in the big with a 10 and an 8. They complete 8-4-3 flop. So I suppose this is good news for Probris? Probris? How do you say his name? I don't fucking know. Probris. I believe I've always called him Probris. Probris. I mean, that works as well. We get an 8 on the turn. That's an unfortunate card. Blow knockout with the ace and the queen also calls the from the cutoff in position. Suggestor's running pretty hot and playing some damn good cards. They lead out 6.5 blinds. Weird spot for 9-9. I got no idea what to do here. Personally, I probably call. In the end, I just click the call button. And then blow knockout probably just folds. Nice fold by Probris. Great fold there. And then ace queen. Drawing dead here. If they want to put him on like a 5-6, 6-7, 7-5. So, he does put him on the straight draws and goes for the raise to 15 blinds. That is not going to work out. Blow knockout is in trouble. I don't know why they put the raise button in. I think they should have just called. But there's no way Suggestor folds 3 of a kind. I think we're just saving a little face and we're going to click the call button. What draws out there? No, he clicks it back. He says, fuck your disrespectful raise on the turn here, man. I got 3 of a kind. Let me 3-bet the turn to 23 blinds. Ace queen calls, makes a pair. Top pair, top kicker. Blow knockout is dead. They are out of the tournament after starting this bad boy off in first place. Suggestor, after playing some great cards, makes 3 of a kind here. Insert popcorn gif. Yeah, blow knockout. You're going to call. This is just the worst river. I mean, an ace is also horrific. They're going to go in the time bank here, of course. May as well. So let's talk about their position. They have 29 blinds behind. They do find the call, of course. Smiley with 30 blinds. Probris with 15. Happy with 33. Elmerix with 31. If they folded there, below knockout with the ace and the queen, they would have still been in the game. But it's, of course, just going to be a call in the end. Suggestor up to about 140 blinds and has a couple of 4s. Smiley with a couple of 8s. Santoy with a queen and a jack. King jack for Elmerix. Lena as well with a little playability with a 9-10-0. If Smiley calls, I think Suggestor might rip it in. I kind of want to see this go post-flop with Elmerix in there as well. Call. Just click the call button. Nice. I think Elmerix calls as well. Queen 9 5 flop. So no sets, but we got a top pair for Santoy, a straight draw for Elmerix. Backdoor straight draws for Smilly. If I'm Santoy, I go for about a half pot size bet here. And then I think the other players just fold. Whoa, look at the tiny bet, 1.75 blinds. Smilly still folds, Sageister still folds, Elmerix might call with the straight draw. Weird spot for the king and the jack. 4-way pot. Santoy again goes for this small bet. There's so many draws out there. We get a 9 on the turn. Elmerix could always turn their hand into a bluff. Lead it on out the turn here. No, they check it on over. Santoy says, fuck, that's not a great card, but there's still a lot of draws. Any sort of 6, 7, 8, 7, jack, 10, king, jack, of course. And then there's spades as well. Santoy checks her on back. 6 of hearts on the river, so the flush draw misses. 8, 7 makes a straight, but all the other straight draws miss. River goes check. If I'm Santoy, I check this back. Just look to scoop the 12 blinds in the middle. If we bet, what do we bet? I don't think we go super large. Like 7.5? 8? 8.2 is the size from Santoy. I don't think Elmerix ever calls with the king high here, but they might turn their hand into a bluff, which would be sexy. But no surprises. King jack just folds. Blinds go up. Santoy in second place with 43 blinds after that pot. Lena in third with 37 just finds the fold with their shit holding. Sageister with an ace and a 3 could always just rip it in here. And then there's Elmerix with ace queen, who's going to see the all in and doesn't know what to do. They're going to sit there and go in the tank. No, they click call very quickly. And then Probris is an ace and a jack. I think we can find the fold here. If we're folding the I think Probris can find it. Ace jack is strong, yo. We expected to see a lot of rips from Sageister. We're not happy about Elmerix's call. Every once in a while there'll be some pocket pairs that we're flipping against, so Probris might flick in a call here looking for a jack, unfortunately. If they find the fold, very nicely done. Wow, they do find another nice fold, a jack on the flop though, of course. No surprises there. Ace queen holds up. Nice fold by Probris. And they get rewarded with a couple of 10s. Smilly with the king 10 will come in for the open. Sageister could always 3-bet king 7-0. Smilly's been so quiet though, so just let that shit go. Queen 8 for Elmerix now in second place position after that full double. Lets it go from the button. 10-10 snap rips. Smilly? I don't know what to do here for another 8 blinds to call into a pot about 22. Smilly snap folds. Oh, look at this. Ace queen versus ace 10. Is this a full double up for Probris or just another open jam and get it through pre? 14 blinds in total for Probris. I think Elmerix will fold for the remaining 12. Although there's a lot of pocket pairs that you're flipping with. They do land on the call option looking for a 10 or some diamonds. Well, we got chop outs. Deuce on the river is a chop. That's a damn shame. Wanted to see Probris pick up some chips there. King queen for Smilly will come on in for the open under the gun. Jack 10 for happy, and the small is not so happy. I think we fold, but we did see a jam from Elmerix with the king, with this exact same situation. A king queen opens on up, jack 10 suited in the small blind. I think Elmerix ripped and took it down pre. We got a Santoy, king 9 in the big in this instance. And they're just going to let it go. Smilly gets it through pre-flop. Aces. Aces for Lena. Elmerix with a suited ace. Every once in a while we'll 3-bet here. Elmerix will pass in the spot and no action for Lena's aces. Another player would be fun to see pick up some chips. Ace king for happy. Looks like they'll get the chance to open it on up. 6-2 for Hello Toddy. They thought about it for a second, but they will fold. Ace king will min raise. Jack 3 for Lena in the big blind is suited. They play call and flop top pair. Jack 7-2 flop. No spades for happy. They're again not too happy about this. What's happy been happy about so far? Not one thing, unfortunately, not living up to their name, and everybody loves to see other people when they're happy. So it's kind of sad to see happy, unhappy, you know? Anyways, the pair of Jack finds a call on the flop. We get a deuce on the turn. Not a spade. We'll see if happy fires away here. They could just turn their hand into a big bluff, and they might be able to get Lena off the pair of jacks, potentially. They do fire out of a 6 blind bet. If I'm Lena, I'm scared shitless. 14 blinds behind. Lena finds the call. 4 spades on the river. I think it was check. And Happy just loses a nice pot here. If Happy rips, though, what does Jack 3 do once it faces the jam and the flush completes? The board is paired. So like 7-7 is a boat. Spades would still jam, I think. Lena really wants us to go check. They called quickly on the turn, so I wonder if they're just down to call here. Ace king eventually checks, and Lena will take it with top pair. 50 blinds for Lena. That's a nice spot for him. Ace 10 for Hello Toddy. They will open it on up. Another limp. Open limp from Hello Toddy. Suggestor in the big with a queen 8-0. I don't do much limping myself, but it's cool to see when strong players do it. Real good opportunity to learn. I suppose it just allows you to play post flop with a smaller pot. Play some more holdings. Queen 8 sees a 9-3-3 flop and leads on out. So like a weird spot for Hello Toddy. We wanted to keep the pot small, so we limp it in. Our opponent just leads large on this weird board. No straight draws, a flush draw out there. And the lead will take it down. Oh, we got queens versus aces. Damn it. And the queens folded in the small. So Santo is probably not getting away from this. King Jack for Smiley could always rip it in. They do go for the 3-bet here to 5 blinds, which is cool to see, but 5 blinds they'll never get back. The question is, does Santoy ever find a way to get away from these queens here? Elmrix will come in for a 4-bet. Probably make it small, like 9 blinds or something. And then the question is, what does Santoy do with 38 behind? 2 put in the middle. 8 blinds is the 4-bet. It's just so tiny. It's so small. Smiley will snap fold, of course. But if I'm Santoy, I think about a 5-bet here. Do we ever call? What do we do, Santoy? This is everybody's nightmare. Queen faces a 4-bet from the big blind. Elmrix is a big stack. Could just be putting some pressure. Queens hit the muck. Smiley calls. Flops top pair. They're in trouble. Smiley's going to have about 20% here. Backdoor straight draw. No backdoor flush draw. But they're likely getting it all in here. Top pair versus aces. Elmrix is an all-in snap call, looking for a king or a jack. Deuce on the turn is a horrific card for Smiley, as they only can hit a jack for a full house to win the pot. They, of course, don't smack it. They're Gonzo Alonzo, and that's a beautiful fold from Santoy. Queen had no problem just letting go there. Great cards being played by Santoy, and they got 38 blinds. So how many players we got? 7? Are we in the money? No, we're 1 off the money. Ace 10 for Progress sees Elena open. Queen 10 suited for Elena. Could see a Progress rip. They elect to call, and we get an Ace Queen 9 flop. Interesting shit. Top pair versus middle pair. Elena will bet about a quarter pot. Progress calls. 10 on the turn is a bad card for Elena. Progress should get a full double here. Elena should be pretty ecstatic to get in the remaining 11 blinds. They elect just to rip. And they're looking for a queen. They don't find it. Probus gets the full double, 30 blinds for Probus. So, I mean, that's a pretty good situation. Probus has chips. Halotati has chips. Lena has chips. Segeister's got this huge stack, yo. 86 blinds. And Elmerix is just behind him with 72. Ace 10 suited will open the button for Elmerix. And Halotati with Jack 5 suited. Could have saw a flop. But I guess we're in chip preservation mode as Happy's got 13 blinds. And we're 1 off the money. King Jack for Segeister will come on in for the open. Elmerix will probably 3-bet the kings. And we could always see a 4-bet bluff from Segeister's King Jack offsuit. I think we make it something small. Every once in a while, I think we call. No, we go for a big 3-bet, yo. So I guess I was just lost in this situation. And King Jack doesn't find the 4-bet, just lets her go. 7-7 for Elmerix. Not much doing for anybody else, so I'll probably just raise and take it down pre. King 5 for Santoy in the big is non-suited. That king is a cool card. Elmerix should be opening pretty wide here. I wonder if Santoy was thinking about a 3-bet there. They just pass on the spot. Lena in the big with an 8 and a 10. Not much doing for anybody else, but Elmerix has a big stack and Segeister folded. Folds around to Santoy in the small with a Jack and a 3. They'll probably just let this go. Nah, they're going to limp it in. Flop a pair of jacks. Open-ended straight draw for Elena with the backdoor flush draw. Interesting. Santoy checks. Lena bets 1.5 blinds, about half pot. A little bit more. Santoy will find the call. Says, what did I get myself into? Deuce of diamonds on the turn. So only a 7 or a queen for Lena will get the job done. They bet 6.5 blinds, which is an overbet. That might also scare Santoy off. Santoy did reckon they were getting themselves into this sort of battle, so maybe they find a call in the turn here, because all the draws brick. But no surprises there. What's up?
You have goose?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Halotati folds a couple of 3s, not much else doing here. Segeister will get a walk with a 2 and a 6. Ace 10 for Santoy. Probus with a couple of 6s will come on in for the open under the gun. Does Santoy ever fold ace 10? That they do. Lena with an ace and a 4. Could have 3-bet. They just find the fold. 10-9 for Elmerix in the big probably completes. Oh, we'll see 3 cards. 4-3-3 is a good flop for a 6-6, although they don't have the clubs. Anyways, Probus still bets small, 1.7 blinds. Probably gets 10-9 off the pot. Nice, Probus picks up a little one there. Eight 10 suited for Segeister on the button will probably come in for the open here. 2 blinds is the size. Probus with a 9 and a 7 in the big will just let it go. Again, we're probably going to see a lot of that unless there's a cooler like an ace and a queen for Segeister or a couple of kings for Probus. We see 2 other aces being folded. Segeister opens 2 blinds, of course. I think I said that. Probus will 3-bet here. 8 blinds is the size out of position. 4x the raise. And I don't think Halotati 4-bets. Ace 5-0. Not in this situation, right? No, not in this situation. They just find the fold. But if I'm Segeister, I certainly think about ripping it in here. Do we ever just play call and see a flop? That we do. 9-5-2. Backdoor flush draw for Segeister, and I think there's 1 ace remaining. I don't think Happy, Santoy, or Lena folded it. Probus bets 6 blinds into a pot of 18. We get a call from the ace, queen, 8 of hearts on the turn. 17 blinds behind, 30 in the middle. Does Segeister ever hero call with that kind of brick? Although 6-7 makes a straight, you don't expect Probus to have 6-7 here. Nah, Segeister just lets go of the ace high. Nice big pot for Probus. King Jack for Hello Toddy in the small. We'll probably rip it all in for about 11 blinds and take it down pre. Happy has a 3 and an 8. And I don't know about you, but I want to see Happy pick up some chips here. I want to see this bubble continue for a little while. Ace Jack for Sageister. I just think there'll be some cool 4-betting, 5-betting pre-flop that could happen between a couple of big stacks. And I think that would be cool shit. Sageister opens with Ace Jack. They'll take it down pre. Santoy has an ace and a 3. 8 and a 3, sorry. Couple of 9s for Happy. 5-5 for Elmrix. Open it on up. There's the open from the small pocket pair. Happy will rip it all in with the 9s. And I think Elmrix calls here, expecting to be flipping against Ace King or something like this. Santoy will fold. Lena will fold. A couple of potential straight outs for Elmrix with the 7-4 and the 6-4. So this is good news for Happy. Just no 5, dealer. No 5. Good stuff. Happy's back in the game with 21 blinds. You'll love to see it. Elmrix still in a very comfortable second place position with 68 bigs. Will open up ace 9 suited under the gun. 2.2 blinds is their open size. I don't know if that's what they've been using. I think this is a deviation. I think I could be wrong. Maybe they've just always elected to use the 2.2 size. What a bunch of useless fucking words. 10-9 will call from the big blind. 6-5-3 flop. Probably goes check bet fold. Sageister checks. Elmrix will go for a small C bet here. Do we ever go for a big size on this flop? Weird spot for Elmrix. They elect to bet about 2 blinds. So a third pot. And Sageister just lets go a 10 high. Looks like we got a break to skip forward through. Well, there's some cards. I saw a pocket pair being folded. Queen 9 for Sageister. Here's some potential pre-flop action here. Queen 9 limps in Elmrix with ace queen. And the big blind will raise to 4 bigs. If I'm Sageister, I call. King Jack 5 flop. Both players with a straight draw to the 10. Elmrix with the backdoor flush draw and the better straight draw. Is probably a little bit more happy. The pre-flop aggressive lead. King high board goes check check. Interesting. Ace on the turn means that a 10 would be a chop now. Elmrix with that top pair certainly should go for a little bet ski here, right? There's 2 flush draws, plenty of straight draws. Elmrix bets about 75% and we'll take it down. A little bit too big of a bet for Sageister to come along. Blinds go up. King 10 for Probus in the big. Not much doing for anybody else. Even Elmrix with the 8-5-0. I think we limp. Do we just play a raising range? There's the raise 3.5 blinds. Probus will call. We're off to a flop, I think. Jack 7-6. Good news for Elmrix that are open-ended to the 4 or 9. Probus misses. Elmrix will bet about a third. I think that gets the job done here. Probus just lets her go, of course. King Queen for Happy. I suppose they could always go for a min raise here off the 16 blind stack. They are going to go for it. Elmrix in or on the button with the ace 10-0. Could 3-bet Hello Toddy with ace jack, and the big blind would probably fold, but we see an Elmrix call. Does Hello Toddy ever rip it in here looking to buy the pot pre-flop? They say no, we'll just take it post-flop. King Jack 9. Straight draw for Elmrix. Top pair, not top kicker. Second best kicker with a backdoor flush draw and a straight draw for Happy. Lots going on there. Hello Toddy with the second pair, top kicker. Happy bets small. 1.8 blinds into about 7.5. We do get a call from Elmrix. Hello Toddy swiftly folds the pair of jacks. Elmrix picks up a straight draw to the 7 as well to the queen. Happy checks it on over with about 12 blinds behind. 11 in the middle. Interesting sizing choice. Interesting situation. I hope they don't fold here. Elmrix could always put some pressure on him. They bet small, 2.8 blinds. Do not fold Happy. There's jacks, 9s, 8s potentially out there. Do jacks 3-bet pre-flop against this small stack? Opening under the gun. It's very interesting. Then of course queen 10. Maybe 10-7 suited. Probably not though. Queen 10 suited certainly though. Diamonds complete on the river. Happy does block the diamond, so I hope they find the call if they face the river jam. Elmrix is in first place, so they could just check it back and say I concede. No, they'll rip it all in. The pressure's being put on Happy once again, and we are all rooting for a call here. The Queen of Diamonds is such a powerful card. We gotta find the call. We got about 10 seconds, so good to note that this won't take too long. Call. Nicely done. Call comes in on the last second. Happy shows him top pair with a fair kicker, straight blocker, flush blocker, and Happy has 34 blinds. Hello Toddy, now our short stack. Lena with 25 blinds, not too far ahead. Then we got Santoy with 23 blinds as well. Suggestor back in first place with 8-7 suited. We'll open it on up. Face a big 3-bet from Elmrix's Kings. 8 blinds. This is way too big. In position. I suppose the adjustment is because Elmrix is a strong player, so I'm saying way too big. But it's probably a fair sizing because Elmrix is in second place and we want a big 3-bet here. We don't want to give Suggestor a price just to come along with 8-7 suited. We want him to have like his queens, jacks, 10s, 9s, rip it all in. Anyways, we got an ace king for Lena. They'll open it on up. And Hello Toddy with a couple of 10s. I think we rip it in with the 18 blinds. We could always see a call, but that's not likely. We're in position though. There's the all-in ace-9 for Santoy. We'll hit the muck. Quick call from Lena's ace-king suited. Any spades will help. No, a 7 is a chop. In the end, the queen on the river is just a victory for Hello Toddy. Lena's down to about 6 bigs. So it looks like Lena's going to bubble. Queen 6 for Santoy in the small. Hopefully rips it in. I say hopefully, it doesn't really matter to me. They do jam. Jack 7 calls it off. Flops a flush draw. Needs a jack of 7 or a heart. They don't find it. Lena's gone. Santoy wins with the queen 6-0. And just like that, we are in the money. Ace queen for Probris. Ace queen for Santoy. King queen for Suggestor. Probris raises under the gun. Santoy raises to 5 blinds. And Suggestor will think about a 4-bet and find the fold. Elmrix will get out of the way with the ace 6-0. Then we'll have an interesting pot here if Probris plays call. If they rip it all in, they might just get ace queen off the pot in Santoy's shoes. There's the all in. Nah, ace queen. I think we call, right? We're in the money now. It's a 30 blind jam. It's a big pot, but I think Santoy finds the call in the... Oh, they do land on the fold, just as I was going to say. They're going to find the call, they find the fold. Jack 10 for Suggestor will raise the button. 10-7 suited for Probris, and the big Elmrix folds the ace in the small blind. We see 3 cards. Jack 10, 6. Middle pair for Probris. Backdoor flush draw. Backdoor straight draw. Suggestor with top 2 pairs. Bets 1.5 blinds. Progress will see a turn. Hopefully it's something like the 8 or 9 of clubs. Nah, it's a deuce of spades. Complete brick. The board is completely locked up for Sageister. 8 blinds will slide their way as they bet on the turn here. Does Progress ever hero call? Weird spot for Progress, if we're being honest. They see a 6 blind bet. Progress does find the call. Queen of clubs on the river. Sageister bets 12 blinds on the river here. I think Progress just finds the fold. Ace King makes a straight. King 9 makes a straight. 8-9 makes a straight. 9-9 for Progress. Sees a 4-4 fold. No. Wanted Happy to open. Elmerix with the E7 will open it on up from the button. Progress swiftly rips it in. Elmerix has about 33% here, but they are not going to find the call. A7 hits the muck and we move along. Ace 5 for Elmerix. 10-10 for Happy in the big blind. Raise the 2 blinds from Elmerix. Happy with those 10s. Has 32 blinds behind. I don't know if we raise. Do we just call here? Interesting spot for Happy. They do elect to 3-bet 8 to 8.5 blinds. What's up?
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no problem. You gonna come join?
I made too much iced coffee, so.
Oh, I'll have some.
I'd like some.
Fuck yeah.
How's the table looking?
It's a pretty damn good game.
Mm.
We got a bunch of strong players. Sageister's playing a damn good game. Oh, Elmerix went for a 4-bet here. With Ace 5, 10s will rip it all in for Happy and take it down.
Interesting.
It's a very beautiful play there by Elmerix, but unfortunately they lost a big stack now. They were sitting in first place for a while, but they got a couple of queens.
Pulled a couple of queens, so he'll be happy on that one.
Yeah. Sageister with the 5s will open it on up. Another big 3-bet by Elmerix. Sageister could always rip it all in here, but they elect just to fold. Another good play by Sageister, who deserves that big stack. Ace Queen for Elmerix will raise under the gun. 9-8 for Sageister, might play call. We'll see 3 cards. How do you like these ginger ales?
They're spicy.
Yeah, they got a little spice to them.
They're a little different. Yeah, I was surprised.
I find when they're cold, they're a little bit better.
Yes, I agree. But yeah, they were a little intense.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
Anyways, we got a King 3 flop, and I think it went check 7 on the turn. Don't know if Elmerix bets here. They go for a small bet. That'll get Sageister out of there. Not much doing here. 8-9 for Sageister in the small blind. We'll see if he goes for a big raise pre-flop. 5-3 for Elmerix. We'll get a free flop. King E3 goes small bet, 1 blind. Elmerix has the backdoor flush draw, so they're probably going to call with the bottom pair. And they bang off 3 of a kind. Sageister probably doesn't put too many more pennies in the middle. They might go for another small bet on the turn just to look to check it down on the river, but they check it on over on the turn. Elmerix will bet. And the 3 is kind of a brick, as there's still the spade draw out there. So maybe Sageister calls on the turn. But I just think they're getting out of here at some point. Deuce of hearts is a brick. There's 12 blinds in the middle. Elmerix will probably bet like 9, 8, something like this. Do we ever go for an overbet?
He's thinking hard.
We've only got 32 behind, so I was wondering if we go overbet. Elmerix says, yeah, we go very greedy, 15 blinds. So Geister's in a pickle here. They have not made one mistake on the final table. It's been nothing but beautiful plays. I hope they find the fold here, just to continue that narrative. Nicely done by Sageister. Elmerix does take down a big pot. They're back in second place. Nope. We got happy there with 48 blinds. So Elmerix is in third. King Queen versus threes. Blind on blind.
It'll be interesting.
Elmerix starts it off with a limp. I think Probus raises. 3.5 blinds. Elmerix could always jam. And then I suppose Probus could always call. I don't know if we want to, though. We got about 26.5 blinds behind. We do see the jam. What a pickle for Probus. This is a big pot here.
Mm-hmm.
Be about 60 some blinds.
What to do?
Oh, I got no idea. You know what? I think King Queen's gonna fold. Is it really? Oh no! Probus calls quickly.
Whoa!
We're gonna need a king, a queen, or a 10.
No, Jack Queen King.
Oh, we don't find it. Probus is Gonzo Alonso. Elmerix
Dear.
survives with the big stack. 75 blinds for Elmerix. That's first place position.
Oh, he's pushing.
Jack 10 for Santoy will raise under the gun and take it on down. A king and a jack for Happy in the small blind. Playing 24 blinds deep. I don't know if we rip it in. I think we go for a smaller raise. 3 blinds, and then Santoy has that ace. Probably plays call here. Just see 3 cards. 9, 8, 6. Middle pair for Santoy with top kicker. Happy with the backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw, 2 overcards. They continue to tell the story with a big bet. 5 blinds into 6.6. And if I'm Santoy, I'm already scared and thinking about folding. Do we just let it go on the flop? No surprises there. Santoy's just gone. It's a strong play by Happy. 9-3 for Elmerix is thinking about an open under the gun. They will just let it go. 6-10 for Happy on the button. They're likely going to open it on up. It'd be cool to see a Sageister 3-bet from the big blind with an ace and a 5. Just make it like 8 blinds. Take it down pre-flop. No, they play call. We get a 7-7-4 flop. Both players with backdoor straight draws. Happy with the backdoor flush draw and 2 live cards with the 6 and 10. In position, we'll go for a small bet ski. Sageister will find the call eventually. Do we want to raise here? No, we got showdown value with our ace. I think we just want to call. We'll make a pair of 5s on the turn. That's good news for Sageister. And Happy also pretty happy about that. Picks up a straight draw to the 3 or 8. They bet pot. And Sageister's worried. I think we find the call in the end here. We gotta see a river card. 4 of hearts. I think that's a good one for Sageister as it cuts out on Happy's chances of having 4-4. And they're not going to go for a big bet with a single 4 on the turn there. So Happy's either going to have some sort of 7 or a bluff. And another big bet comes in from Happy. 21.5 blinds into 23. I think Sageister's going to find the call this time. So like 6-8 makes a straight in 6-3, but 6-3 isn't super likely. And again, it's going to be any 7. Not likely a 4. Oh, it would have been nice to see Sageister have more time. In the end, they're going to find the fold. Nice bluff again by Happy. Very
Happy knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Very comfortable second place position with 50 blinds. Ace-3 for Santoy will open it on up from the button. Ace-10 for Elmerix in the big. Probably going to play call, but they have that big stack. Santoy has 16 blinds. We could always just rip it in pre-flop looking to take it down, but we don't. King-9 queen flop goes check, bet, call, and we're off to the turn. What size does Santoy go? 2 blinds into 5. Does Elmerix check raise with the straight draw? I don't think so. I think it's just going to be a call here. 4 clean outs to the jack. Our ace and 10 could be good. Get a 5 of clubs, not what Elmerix is looking for. If Santoy continues to tell the story, they'll buy the pot. But it's tough to fire another barrel here with ace-3. You can't really just put your opponent on like ace-10, ace-jack. Santoy says, fuck you, I'm going to do it anyways. And I think this works. Yeah, Elmerix just finds the fold. Very nicely done by Santoy, who's hanging on it with 21 blinds in last place position. 2 shit holdings in the blind. We got a 6 and a 2, just going to fold. Hello Toddy gets a walk with an 8-5-0. 10-7 for Elmerix on the button. We'll probably open it on up. Nope.
Everybody's folding everywhere.
Yeah, blind on blind action. Jack 9. Hello Toddy limps it in. Happy with 5-3 suited. Might raise. Make it 3.5 blinds looking to buy the pot pre-flop, but they elect to check it back. King 5-4 goes check. Happy might want to protect their hand. Put out a big blind. There it is. And hello Toddy with the backdoor straight draw. 2 live cards with the jack and the 9 will just fold.
Happy's inching his way up.
Yeah, and it's really interesting because like at the beginning they started off in second place position, and then Sageister bluffed them off a big pot.
Okay.
So then he was down to like last place, and then he was just hanging out.
Yeah.
He was being patient, and then now he's just bluffing and
working his way back up.
Yep.
Hey Goose, why are we talking? Why are we talking today? What are we talking about?
7-5 limps it in. Santoy raises up the ace and the queen. Happy probably just gonna fold. Would be cool to see a flop though, but not gonna happen. King Queen for Hello Toddy will open it on up. They didn't limp in this time. They go for the 2 blind size and they take it down pre-flop. King Jack for Santoy. King 8 for Sageister are both suited, but this probably just goes raise from the button and the other 2 fold. Santoy elects to rip it all in for 21 blinds. 22. And they still get the job done. Sageister with a couple of 3s. Do we also just rip it in? They say no, we'll go for the min raise. Elmerix in the small blind with an ace. We'll think about a 3-bet, but they'll just let it go. 8-5 for Hello Toddy. Can't know that they got good equity against the 3s, but they just fold. Queen 8 for Elmerix will open. Happy with a 6-3 suited. Might defend the big blind. They're in a weird spot being in second place. I don't know if we want to call 6-3 suited. We don't necessarily want to play a pot against Elmerix out of position. 6-3 says, okay, we'll come along to the flop anyhow. King Jack 3 goes check.
I know. Life's so hard.
check, 10 on the turn. Elmerix picks up a straight draw to the 9 or ace. The queen and 8 are live. Hey, Bagel.
For visit. Okay, you're gonna make too much noise. Out you go.
Queen 8 bets 2 blinds, and that will get the pair of 3s off the pot. Ace 10 for Elmerix. They'll come on in for another open. Hello Toddy could always 3-bet with the suited ace. And Ace 10 would not love to see a 3-bet here. Make it like 5 blinds. Nicely done by Hello Toddy. They make it 6 blinds to go. And I think Elmerix folds. Or maybe I'm just a pussy. Nah, he calls. Queen, Jack, 8, double gutter, backdoor flush draw for Elmerix. They aren't going to be folding. Unless Hello Toddy just jams it all in, but that wouldn't make sense. So Hello Toddy will bet small again on the flop here. Oh, what a weird spot though. The board's super wet. It's a big pot, not many chips behind for Hello Toddy, so they're going to check it on back. We get a 3 of diamonds on the turn. Elmerix picks up a flush draw to go along with their straight draws. And they're going to lead and take it down. That's a damn shame. Still a nice play by Hello Toddy pre-flop, but did not work out for him. Ace 3 for Elmerix will come on in for the open. Queen Jack for Santoy in the small, unfortunately has to fold. Yeah, I was wondering if he's going to play that as well, but then he just doesn't have enough chips.
Gotcha.
Sageister with 9-4 and doesn't have many chips as well. But he's suited and booted. Yeah, he finds a pair of 4s. King 7-4 flop. Elmerix bets real small, 1.3 blinds. I think we call for 1. We'll evaluate on the turn. 10 of diamonds is a bad card for Sageister. We don't expect Elmerix to bet with ace 3 though.
Unless he's just playing now.
Oh yeah, he might be. He's playing mind games. He's going to do it.
No bet.
There it is, 3 blinds. And I think this gets the 4 off the pot. Yep, nicely done by Elmerix. They're playing a damn good game. King Queen for Happy will open it on up. King Jack for Sageister in the small blind might reluctantly fold. Then Jack 2 for Elmerix in the big will play call. Queen 5-4 flop. 1 club for Elmerix. Top pair with a fair kicker for Happy. We could see a check bet raise from Elmerix. That would be cool. Backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. Elmerix says we're just going to fold.
Visits all around, eh? Everybody followed me in.
Yeah.
Okay, my attention's being called. All right, let's go. Come on.
3-7 for Elmerix. They'll come on in for the... No. What do we do? Hello Toddy in the big blind with a jack and a 5. They do see the 3 blind raise. Hello Toddy goes in the tank and they let go of the jack high. Queen 10 for Sageister. I don't know if we play. Sageister says no, we don't play. 10-7 for Elmerix will though. They'll raise the button. Jack 3 for Happy and the big will just fold. Nine 4 suited for Elmerix will pass on the spot. 4-6 for Happy in the small blind. They blow on the pot, they take it down. They raise to 3 blinds and that gets the job done, of course. 5-5 for Elmerix. They'll raise it on up to 2 blinds. Happy with 7-6 suited. Happy finds the fold. Elmerix's raise gets through pre-flop. Ace 5 for Happy. Ace King for Elmerix. We get a raise from Happy. Elmrix will 3-bet the big blind. What size do we make it? I think we're going large. 10 blinds is the size. Wow, wow, that is large. Happy can't call here, but we could rip it all in. Ace-5 suited is the hand to do it with. Don't do it, Happy. Nice fold. King-6 for Suggestor, they'll raise the button. 8-2 for Hello Toddy in the big. They're just going to pass on the spot. Suggestor with 24 blinds in third place. Not very comfy, but it's a nice little steal from him. King-9 for Hello Toddy in the small blind. Might see an Elmrix open. 9-7-0 from the button. Probably comes in for the raise. Hello Toddy folds. Happy in the big with a 6 and a 2. Ten 8-4 flop. Open ender for Elmrix. Flush draw for Happy. If it goes runner hard, Elmrix with that backdoor flush draw would take the pot. They bet small 1.3 blinds. Happy goes in the tank here. Probably gonna call. No. We're check raising. 6.4 blinds. And if I'm Elmrix, I click the call button here. I'm not too happy about it. This is a big raise. It'll be 5.1 to call. Big bet. We do find it 7 on the turn. Happy says, interesting card is I block the straight. 6-9, 6-5. Elmrix blocks the straight as well. Picks up a pair. 13 blinds is the bet on the turn here. It's a weird size. There's only 26 behind. I don't know what I think about it. Nice call by Elmrix. Happy's flush draw bricks and their straight draw bricks. So the 7s are good, but if Happy rips it all in, I think Elmrix folds. There's the jam with 6 high. I think this works. Elmrix does block again. Jack 9, 9-6, 7-7, 10-7, 8-7. King on the river doesn't mean much. Nice bluff by Happy, and they'll take down the big pot, and they're in first place position now. Ace Jack for Suggestor will open.
Look at you go, Happy.
Yeah. And you should take down a big pot here too with the Ace Queen. From the small blind, he'll rip it all in. Nah, make it 7 blinds instead. Does Suggestor ever fold here? There's 5 players remain. We're looking to make about $20,000 if Santoy and Hello Toddy bust before us. I don't know if that means enough. Suggestor says it means something to me. They just find the fold with the Ace Jack, and we move along. Ace 5 for Hello Toddy will fold. Happy with a 4 and a 2 in the big stack. We'll just fold the button as well. Ace 9 for Santoy. King 8 for Suggestor. Blind on blind. Probably going limp. No, Santoy just rips and takes it down pre. I was wondering if Suggestor would raise the King 8-0 facing a limp, or... Yeah, 7-7 for Hello Toddy. Big O. See her breathing. Ace 9 for Suggestor. Rips it all in, and we might have a flip here for Hello Toddy's life. I think we call. Hello Toddy's thinking it over. Got 35 seconds to talk this one out. You don't necessarily expect all like the 5s, or sorry, 6s or worse in Suggestor's shoes to rip it all in. Hello Toddy thinks it on through. It was a flip, but they do just find the fold in this instance. Couple of jacks for Happy. Ace 4 for Elmrix. Could always see a 3-bet. No.
Mm-mm.
Jacks will just probably get through pre. Blinds go up. Queen 8 for Santoy under the gun. They'll just fold. So Jeister will get out of there. Elmrix with the King 8 suited is in a weird situation now that Happy covers him. His button is no longer as fun, so he'll come in for a bigger raise. 2.5 blinds is the size. Happy with an ace, could 3-bet, could call. Folds. Of all the plays, the fold was... Whoa, we've ace king versus ace king. Huh. Hopefully some diamonds come out. Or some spades or clubs or some shit.
Let's see. This could be fun.
It's just kind of boring when it's ace king versus ace king.
Is it?
Oh yeah, because look, it's just a raise and an all in and a call. And then we'll chop. Oh, spade! Put a spade out there. Put a spade out there. Yes! Santoy knocks out Hello Toddy.
It wasn't boring at all.
No, it wasn't boring at all. But like otherwise, if there was no spades, it would have been boring, or no diamonds. But we got some action.
Thank you, Porker Stars.
Yeah. Hello Toddy is Gonzo Alonso in 5th place in the worst way, losing ace king versus ace king. Queens for Happy. 6s for Sageister could be in trouble here. Happy should be opening up the widest range here. If I'm Sageister, I'm just all in last place position. There's the jam from the 6s. We're going to need to see a 6-dealer. Or some spades. A spade will do. A spade will do, and Sageister gets there with the flush on the river.
Wow.
It's just like that. They're back in the game with 40 blinds. Santoy is not out of it with 27. Elmrix with 42 and a little bit. We'll limp on in the ace and the 3. Happy with 9-8, and the big blind is not so happy again. 7-3-2 flop. 3 in a row for Happy. Pair of 3s for Elmrix. Elmrix bet small. Happy at least has to play call here. 2 overs. Backdoor flush draw. Or sorry, backdoor straight draws. No backdoor flush draw. They pick up a good card. 10 of clubs. Elmrix isn't too happy that the bet didn't work on the flop. They'll check it on over. Happy says, okay, I can work with that. 6 blinds in the middle. I think we go for a bet here. Big. No, he checks it back. King on the river. Oh boy, Elmrix will eventually check it. And Happy will have another decision again. Elmrix goes for a block bet. 1.5 blinds into about 6. Happy won't call, but they could check in a raise here. Probably not going to happen. They just fold. Ace 3 will take down a little pot. That is an important pot though, as Elmrix is in first place. They got a queen 3. Oh, they could always open from the button. They say no, we'll just look for a much better spot other than queen 3 offsuit. Queen and a 6 though for Happy will raise to 3 blinds. Santoy with a 6-5-0. Has a few chips to play with, could always play call. They do find it. Jack 7-3 flop. Interesting board as we both got a flush draw. Open-ended straight draw for Santoy. Backdoor straight draws for Happy. Happy will start things off with the queen high, betting 1.6 blinds, and I think Santoy just plays call. But if they raise, they could potentially buy the pot. I think queen 6 would just get the heck out of there. 5 on the turn is good news for Santoy. Now they're just sweating queens and hearts. A 4 is a chop pot. Happy might go for a bet here. I thought it would have been bigger, but they go for about a 4 blind bet. I just think Santoy's going to hang in there for another call now. Although this does kind of look like value. Eat on the river, no heart. I I think Happy gives up the bluff. Santoy will check it back and take down the big pot. But Happy's not afraid to bluff.
Happy likes the bluff.
Happy loves to bluff,
Oh,
and they
man.
rip it all in. Happy loves them a good bluff. Okay, so we've seen like 3 or 4 big bluffs from Happy. If it works again, they're just running over the table. I really want to see a Santoy call. It's not easy.
He's thinking hard.
6-9 makes a straight. There's the flop flushes. You don't necessarily 10-9 makes a straight. You don't expect a bunch of Jack X just to rip it all in this sort of run out.
Look at that.
Yeah, and Happy
Did it
gets the
again.
job done once again. Yep. Fucking A. First place position again for Happy with 50 bigs. Santoy, once again the shorty with 18 blinds, limping in 5-4. Does get a chance to see the flop here. Suggestor with the king 8 checks it on back. Queen 10-8 flop goes. Check. Check? What do we do with a pair of 8s? We do check it on back. King on the turn. 2 pairs for Suggestor. Just nothing doing for Santoy. They'll check and fold facing a Betsky. Kind of interesting to see what size Suggestor goes for here after checking back the flop. Jack 9 is a flop straight. Ace Jack makes a straight on the turn. Suggestor says, I'll go for an overbet 3.5 blinds and take it down. Happy's got an ace and a king, and there's a 9-10 suited for Elmerix in the big. We could see some action here. 9-10 probably just calls. King 8-6 flop. So Elmerix only looking for a 7. Happy with the top pair, top kicker, bet small. I don't think we check raise here with the straight draw. No, we just call 8 on the turn. Elmerix could lead out. Probably be a small bet. 3.3 blinds is the size. Happy's not in love with the situation, but we're certainly calling. We could even raise. I don't think we're in love with it. Oh no, a 7 on the river. How dirty. Elmerix makes their straight. Diamonds miss. We see a big bet pot size, and I think Happy just calls. I don't think we jam on this run out. If we do, we're obviously getting called, and Elmerix will take a huge ass pot. I think we just call though.
Happy? What you gonna do?
They do call, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Elmerix shows him the straight, and that's a big, big pot going Elmerix's way.
Haha, the back and forth.
Yeah. Happy will find another opportunity to bluff, I'm sure, though. 10-2, they will just get out of the way. Queen Jack takes it down for Santoy. Ace Jack for Suggestor will open it up. Jack 7 for Elmerix. They're going to think about a 3-bet. No. 7-5 for Santoy also just hits the muck. Ace Queen for Happy. 4-3 for Elmerix. Who's suited will just fold from the cutoff. Queen 8 for Santoy in the small blind. Is suited, but probably will fold facing the open. Suggestor in the big with a 7 and a 4. If Santoy calls, that's cool, but no. They just fold. No action for the ace and the queen. Jack versus a couple of ducks. I wonder if this gets all in pre. Santoy will go for the min raise. I just think Elmerix rips it all in here. Just the easiest way to play the hand. It's only about 17 blinds. Elmerix elects the call, so they'll save themselves at least 16. Jack 9-4 flop. Top set for Santoy might check back the flop, although it's super wet. Plenty of straight draws, plenty of flush draws. Top set does like a check back on the flop, but Santoy will bet small 1.25 blinds. Elmerix calls, picks up a flush draw to the clubs. So that's about 20% or something like that here. Unless it's the 9 of clubs, then that'll be a boat for Santoy. But that's just a deuce of clubs. I think this just goes bet fold. 3 blinds is the size. I think we fold deuces. Elmerix goes in the tank, however. Got 30 seconds to think this one out, and we do fold. 7-8 for Sageister on the button. We'll just let this one go. Jack 3 for Elmerix. If they raise, they take the pot. 3.5 blinds is the size. King Jack for Elmerix. Another raise and probably take it down pre. Santoy with a little bit of playability with a 9-4 suited, but I think now that Happy's also a shorter stack, I think we just fold and preserve chips. Look for a better spot. Santoy says, no, we'll just come along to the Queen 10-9 flop. Flop bottom pair. Elmerix with the flop straight. Backdoor flush draw has this board locked up pretty well. Santoy could always make a boat, but it's very unlikely. Elmerix bets small, does get a call. Deuce of hearts on the turn, does lock up the board for Elmerix. 18.5 blinds behind, 7.5 in the middle. Probably don't have to bet larger than half. Elmerix does bet much larger than half. 5.4 blinds into 7.5. That will get bottom pair off the pot. Looks like we got a break to skip forward through. $8-5 for Santoy. 18 blinds. They just fold from the small. Ace-9 for Sageister. And the small blind will limp it on in. 10-3-0 for Elmerix. We'll see if they start things off with a raise. No, that's boring shit. 9-8-5 flop. Middle, or that's top pair for Sageister. Backdoor nut flush draw. Elmerix, 3 in a row. Backdoor flush draw. With the big stack, could go for a betski here. They bet 1 blind. Sageister calls 7 on the turn. Good card for Elmerix to fire away. Any 6 makes a straight. Jack 10 gets there. Bet large. Over the pot. Do it. 4.5 is a pot size bet, so that's good still. Ooh, Sageister's in that weird situation. I think we call at least once more. 7 on the river. We really wanted to go check. I really want to see Elmerix bet though. Something in my head just said, rip it all in. I don't think that's going to happen. It's a little bit too big. Elmerix still goes for the pot size bet, putting all the pressure on Sageister here. Kind of looks a little bit more like value than a jam. And the pair of 9s hits the muck. Very nicely done. On a brickish river too. The 7 pairs the board. Counterfeits a few 2 pairs. Makes it less likely that your opponent has 2 pairs. Sageister still finds the fold with top pair, top kicker. Ace-5 for Elmerix will raise it on up.
And
8 deuce.
What Happy does.
8 deuce will rip it all in and take it down pre-flop. Okay, Happy.
Happy's doing what Happy does.
Yeah, Happy's making a name for themselves. This is the first time I've seen them play.
Oh yeah.
And
You think he's somebody else who created a new account?
unfortunately, no, you can't do that. Unfortunately, okay. That there's big issues with that. I think.
Okay. You can't pretend.
Yeah. Anyways, Happy limping in the king and the 10. Santoy with a 9 and a 4 will raise to 3 blinds. Happy will call, I think. They could always 3-bet all in. Probably just going to call, though. 8-6-2 flop. Backdoor flush draw for Happy, 2 overcards. Santoy has some backdoor straight draws. The 9 and the 4 are live. 6.5 blinds in the middle. I think Santoy wants to buy the pot. Instead, they check it back and make a pair of 4s. So Happy just looking for a king or a 10. I don't know if they're going to bluff here. Oh, wait, it's Happy.
Yeah, of course he's going to bluff.
No, he checks it on over. Maybe he's going for a check raise. I don't think so. When's the bluff coming in, Happy? Santoy bets 3.25 blinds on the turn. You, Kevin.
You're bugging him.
King 10 hits the muck. Ace 9 for Elmix will raise it on up. Suggestor with 8-4. In the big blind. Call. Let's go. This is taking too long. Did we just fold here? We got 32 blinds. We are going to just fold. That's interesting stuff. Happy with 26 blinds has played super aggressive, so we can expect them to bust eventually if we just play patiently, I think. And then Santoy with 20 blinds. We just got to hope we outlast them in Suggestor's shoes. Anyways, we got Queen 9 versus Queen 9. Ace Queen 2 flop. Backdoor hearts for Santoy. Otherwise, it'll be a chop pot. Flop goes check, bet, call. We're off to the turn, and we really hope for a heart. 10 of clubs. Turn might just go check, check. Like, I wonder if Santoy puts in a few more bets. Does he buy the pot? No surprises. He checks it back, though. 7 on the river. Flush draw bricks. So King Jack made a straight on the turn. Other than that, the board did not change. We do see a small little block bet by Elmrix for about 2 bigs, and I think Santoy just clicks the call button.
It seems like they're playing for nothing there.
Yeah. 9-4 for Santoy will fold under the gun. I don't know why I thought he was going to play it, but Elmrix has a jack and a 3, and they'll rip it all in and take it down pre. Not much doing here, but Elmrix has a big stack. A big stack. We'll just fold. King 8 for Happy. I want to see some post flop, so let's limp it in. Nice. Be cool to see Santoy raise the 2-3. Just make it 3 blinds again. Checks it back this time. 9-8-4 flop. Whenever Happy elects to bet, they will buy the pot. 3 in a row for Santoy, but no backdoor flush draw. And 3 high will just fold. Ace King for Elmrix. Not much doing for the other players, so we'll just see a raise and folds. No reason for Suggestor to play a 10 and a 3. Ace 2 for Santoy. Could raise the button. Do we just rip it in? Look to buy the pot pre-flop. Santoy says no, we'll go for a min raise. 6-2 for Elmrix in the big blind. The min raise will still get the job done. 9-7 folds the button, so Suggestor's really tightening up here. Just look like a playable holding. 4-3 for Elmrix. We'll rip and take it down pre. Got some interesting holdings. 10-8 for Elmrix. That's a play. Oh, he rips it in, and he'll buy the pot pre-flop. 8-9 for Happy was suited. 10-9 for Santoy was suited. Elmrix says I have a whole bunch of chips, so I'll just rip. Not this time with the 6 and the 9, though. Jack 10 for Santoy. Ace Jack for Suggestor. 2 playable holdings. We'll see a limp, most likely. Does Suggestor raise? Oh, we get a jam from Santoy. I don't know what to do with the Ace 6 here. They only have about 50% against the hands that they're ahead of. We do see a big flip for Santoy's Life, who's looking for a jack or a 10. We don't find it. So Jeister wins a nice big pot. 33 blinds slide their way. We're down to 3. And we got Happy with 19 blinds and a jack and an 8 in the big. King 7 for Elmerix. We'll see if they just rip it in. They say, no, we're going to change the pace to a smaller sizing. 3 big blinds. Happy thinks it on over. Might play call here in position. Whoa, we just rip. We're all in and we'll take it down pre. Happy is a interesting player.
He sure is.
Like the ace-5 suited, this is a very reasonable all-in. It's a beautiful bluffing hand. It's beautiful.
And
there's the all-in.
does it?
This is a very reasonable play. That jack 8, I don't know about it. It doesn't matter though. Happy's doing a good job of surviving, picking up chips. They got 26 blinds. We'll see what they get in the big here. 4-7 suited. So Jeister with an ace and a 5 will raise the button. Happy will play call most likely. Alright? Don't we just call? Why are you thinking so much? We flop a straight draw to the 5. Backdoor flush draw. So Jeister with a backdoor flush draw, backdoor straight draw happening as well with their ace high. So Jeister bets 1.5 blinds. Happy could always check raise. They say, no, we're going to call 2 on the turn. So a 4 is a straight for Jeister. 5 is a straight for Happy. A 7 is a good card for Happy. Other than that, it's Jeister's pot. So Jeister bets quite large on the turn and they'll take the pot down. King Jack for Elmerix, Ace 4 for Happy. Get a button raise, potentially a small blind jam again. There's the all in with about 60% for Happy. Not a reasonable play. Super aggressive play, and he takes it down pre. Ace 8 for Jeister in the small blind is kind of in a weird spot if they face a raise from Elmerix, but they'll play call. Elmerix checks back the 4 and the 3, picks up a straight draw to the 5. Top pair for Jeister, checks it over to Elmerix again. Looking to keep the pot small, I suppose. Elmerix bets 1.8 blinds. Top pair's going nowhere with the backdoor flush draw. It would be weird to see a raise from Jeister. I just don't understand. Like, we're trying to keep the pot small. We limp it on in. We check it on over. I guess the board's a little wet. Plenty of Broadway straight draws. There's plenty of flush draws out there. And we're going to get called by 4 high. Looking to smack a 5. So Elmerix picks up a pair of 4s here. So they got a few more outs to the 4 or 3. So I didn't know what Jeister was doing, but they're getting max value here from Elmerix's shitty little holding. Any 5, 4, or 3 and Elmerix will take the pot. So Jeister bets about 7 blinds. Into almost 14. Queen on the river. Does Jeister just check now? We are deep in the weeds. What do? We check it over. Does Elmerix just check now that they got a pair? I feel like they have to bluff if they want to win the pot. There's just no way this pair of 4s is going to be good. They check. And Jeister takes a big pot. That's first place position now.
Big shift.
Yep. 4-6 for Elmerix. Still has plenty of chips. And the opportunity to smack Happy around a little bit. 5-4 waiting patiently in the big blind. Sees a limp. Interesting. We're both suited and booted. Ace 7-5 flop. We got straight draws out the ass. Happy with a bottom pair of 5s. Backdoor flush draw for Elmerix. Happy bets a blind. A check raise would be super cool here. Elmrex just plays call, 4 on the turn, so Happy makes 2 pairs. Elmrex still looking for a 3, a 6 I think works, and an 8. Any 3, 6, 8. Happy bets 4 blinds. Ace on the river. River goes check, check, and Happy takes a nice pot. 32 blinds for him. A couple of ducks from the small. 10-5 for Sagester in the big blind. Limp pot. We get a king, jack, 7 flop.
Not useful to anyone.
Yeah, no, this is going to be a pretty boring one unless Sagester bluffs. And they got the big stack now, so they could always start to throw it around. A pair of 2s would fold very easily, but 10-5 checks back the flop. Picks up a straight draw to the 9 on the turn. Happy could always bet to protect, I suppose. They say no, we'll just check. Sagester bets a blind, picking up the straight draw. 10, a 5, or a 9 would work for Sagester. Instead, the bet will just get through. And we move along. King 6 for Happy, King 7 for Elmrex. A 3 bet would be cool, but I think we're just playing call. Like if we make it 7 blinds, that'd be cool. Oh, 7 blinds is the size.
Ooh, there's the call.
And Happy with the King 6 suited did not want to see this. No, we did not. We got a playable holding in position. Do we call? No, but we might 4 bet all in. Happy says we'll just fold and look for a better spot. Queen 5 for Sagester will raise it on up. Elmrex with the King 10 in the small blind with 45 blinds plays call. Flops a pair of 10s. Sagester with 3 in a row. And over a card. I think we bet. We bet small, 1.6 blinds into a pot of 5.4. Elmrex could always check raise, but maybe not on this board. Sagester will have a whole bunch of jack X, a bunch of flush draws that we'll call a check raise, a bunch of straight draws. Elmrex says we'll just let him bluff it off. 2 of diamonds on the turn. Sagester continues to fire, picking up no equity. They're just looking for a queen here. Elmrex will fire in a call. We'll see a river card. King. So both flush draws miss. And Elmrex makes a better 2 pairs, kings and jacks with a 10 kicker. And Sagester's got a bluffing hand. They fire away 10.6 blinds. Elmrex will think about it for a little bit and probably find the call. If they jam, I think that's a bluff. And Sagester, of course, snap folds. What would we try to bluff here in Elmrex's shoes? Like king, queen we might try to get to fold. Instead, of course, Elmrex finds the much more reasonable call. No need to turn your hand into a bluff when you got plenty of showdown value. Ace 8 for Elmrex will raise. Ace Jack for Happy. We'll think about a 3 bet. Every once in a while you see a call here. All in is the size. And Elmrex just snap folds. Hello?
Oh, hi.
Hi. Is it walk time?
Hey?
Walk time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ace 5 for Sagester. 9-4 for Elmrex will raise to 4 blinds. Sagester goes in the tank here. Raises 3 bets to 11 blinds. That's a beautiful play. Elmrex will get out of the way. Right. Surely we just fold. 27 blinds behind. Elmrex 4, or is this a 5 bet? No, it's a 4 bet. 4 bets to 18 blinds. And we get a call from the ace 5? Didn't everybody just think that was just going to be a fold? I thought Elmrex was going to buy the pot pre-flop there. We get a queen 3-2 flop. Sagester with a straight draw to the 4. We got a small bet, 10% pot. 21 behind. And a 4 on the turn. Elmrex is going to think they have showdown value, right? So Sejester makes the straight. But I think Elmrex just checks. Whoa, what an interesting little happening this is. $43 blinds in the middle. Elmrex does check ace on the river. So Sejester still has that straight, but not the nut straight. Or second nut straight, sorry. Wait, they still have the second nut straight, don't they? Wait, is it the third nut straight? So there's 6, 5, ace 5 on the turn. What about on the river? Still the same holdings, yo. 6, 5, and ace 5 still have a straight. So the second nut straight will show it down. Elmrex will show down the pair of 4s. And Sejester takes a big one. Queen 7 for Sejester. Happy with a jack and a 6 in the big blind. They come in for a 3-bet to 8 blinds, which is interesting. They've elected to go non-all, or they elected to go non-all in, but they were going all in earlier. Holy fuck, I'm just stumbling over my words right now. Anyways, Queen 7 for Sejester goes in the tank. And finds the fold. Queen 3 for Happy, a couple of 5s for Sejester. Happy just folds and we're moving along. 5-3 for Sejester. Queen Jack for Elmrex. We're both suited and booted. Sejester limps. Elmrex will go for a little raise here. 4 blinds is the size, so not a little raise at all. A big raise, in fact. Get a call from the 5-3. King 8-6 flop. No hearts. No nothing for Sejester. I suppose a little backdoor straight draw, but they're not too intrigued about the situation. Flop goes check check. 8 on the turn. So Elmrex doesn't pick up any equity or anything. So when Sejester bets 6.3 blinds into 8.4, do we just fold Queen Jack? Is Sejester just being a bully here? What do we do, Elmrex? We do call ace on the river with the Queen high, no draw. 5 high for Sejester, 21 blinds in the middle. Oh gosh. Sejester gives it up, and Elmrex, I think we just check and hope to win. 21 blinds will slide our way. Nicely done. What a disrespectful call. Jack Jack for Sejester. We'll open it up. Ace 6 for Elmrex. We'll just fold the small. King 7 for Happy in the big blind. Happy goes in the tank. I think a 3-bet's coming in. Oh, they just call. Queen 4-2 flop. Sejester bets 1.5 blinds. Happy with the back door. Nothing. Just an overcard with the king. They find the call. Queen on the turn. Turn goes check check. 10 on the river. Happy bets large. Jack's call. Very nicely done by Sejester. Happy's down to 15 blinds, and they get an ace 8. Ace 2, was it? Folds the button for Elmrex. Excuse me. Ace 8 will probably rip and take it down pre. Excuse me. Queen and a king for Sejester. Queen and a 10 for Elmrex. We get a raise to 3.4 blinds from Sageister. If I'm Elmerix, I just click call. Jack 8-4 flop. Interesting. Sageister checks it on over with 7 blinds in the middle. Elmerix with the straight draw to the 9. Been a very interesting battle between these two, and Elmerix will just bet and take the pot down on the flop. Very, very interesting little happening. Queen 10 for Elmerix from the small blind. We'll rip and take it down pretty. Queen 9 for Elmerix. Ace Jack for Happy. Queen 9 opens to 2 blinds. Ace Jack will rip it in and take it down pretty. Seven, 6 for Sageister. Elmerix with an ace and a 3. We get a limp and a raise and a call and we're off to... No, we get a limp and a check and we're off to the flop. Jack 6-4 goes bet, call. No, goes check, check. No, it goes check. No, it does go check, check. 9 on the turn. Goes check, check. Right. Or does Elmerix bet a blind? Check, check. Queen on the river. Bum. River goes check, check. And Sageister takes it with a pair of 6s. Queen Jack for Elmerix. Ace 6 for Happy. This might get in pretty. All in and a call. Queen Jack suited for Ace 6-0. No, Happy lets her go. What a shame. Ace 5 for Elmerix. They'll raise the button. 9-10 for Sageister. Does play call. We get an ace king jack flop. All hearts. Sageister with a straight draw to the queen and the flush draw. Elmerix with top pair and no kicker. Flop goes check, bet, call, and we're off to... Oh, check, bet, raise. Check, bet, raise, you guys. You wouldn't believe it. And the pair of aces hit the muck. Nicely done by Sageister. Jack and a 9 for Sageister. We'll limp it on in 4-2 for Elmerix in the big blind. Checks it on back. We get a 10-8-4. What? 10-8-2 flop. Nope. 10-8-3 flop. There we go. Holy fuck. How did I mess that up twice? I don't know, man. 8-7 for Sageister. Jack 10 for Elmerix. 3-3 for Happy in the big blind. Happy could always yoink this in. It's coming in. There's the yoink. And a quick fold from the 8-7 suited. King Jack for Elmerix. We'll raise to 2 blinds. Sageister, let's go the 9 and the 5. Ace King for Happy in the big. They'll raise to 2 bigs. Queen 2 for Elmerix. Might just fold. No, we do find the call and flop a pair of 2s. Straight draw, flush draw, 2 overs for Happy. Elmerix leads out for 1.6 blinds. Interesting shit. Happy thinking things through. Plays call, king on the turn. Pretty good news for Happy. Pretty well locks up the board. Just sweating a few queens and 2s. Just a few of them. Happy will bet something here. 3.3 blinds. Elmericks with that pair of twos. If I'm you, I let it go. I think it's just time to fold. We find the call, sorry. I almost said fall. 6 on the river. Happy says 3 makes a straight. Ace 3 is a flop straight. River goes check check and Happy takes a nice pot. King 5 suited for Suggestor will open and take it down pre. Ace 6 for Elmericks. Looks like a raise. And take it down pre as Jack 3 is waiting in the big. Ace 9 for Elmericks. King 8 for Suggestor. Blind on blind. We got a big raise. 3.38 blinds is the size from Suggestor. Ace 9. This is at least calling. That's fine. They call. Ace 8 7 flop. All diamonds. Suggestor with the nut flush draw. Top pair for Elmericks. 9 of diamonds on the turn. Do it. Suggestor with that middle pair of 8 starts things off with a pair or a bet of 2 blinds. 7 on the turn. Interesting card. 7 on the turn pairs the board. Turn goes check. Elmericks thinking things through now. They check it on back. Go to the river for free. 4 of hearts. So the flush draw bricks. No full house for Suggestor. Just that pair of 8s with the flush blocker. That sounds like a check call if I'm being honest with you. Always could block bet, I suppose. And this 30.4 blinds will effectively block bet. And you get called by worse 8x, I suppose. So it also works as a little bit of a value bet. If ace 9 raises, that's a real shit situation there for Suggestor. 13.7 blinds. Elmericks does find the raise on the river here. Beautiful play by Elmericks, and they should scoop a few more pennies from Suggestor. Do we ever 3-bet jam the river? Whoa. All in is the play from Suggestor. 3-bet all in. I suppose I'm not overly surprised to see it. Turning your hand into a bluff. Elmericks doesn't have too long to think about this, so I don't have too many words to say, but Elmericks, I hope you find the call. It's been a well-played game. This is the situation that we've been waiting for. That's accumulated, and we find the fold. Elmericks is in 3rd place position, 3rd of 3. Oh no. It's kind of weird, you know, the whole final table, these two have been battling it out, and 3 bets here, 3 bets there. 3 bet on the river this time from Suggestor will get top pair to fold. Anyways, we got an ace and a 4 versus an ace and a 7. We could always see this get in pre somehow. Happy limps. Suggestor does just check it on back. King 10 6 flop. You invested in the show now?
Yep. Need to know how it's going to end.
Well, Suggestor just won a big ass pot, so.
Nice. So he's in the game. Holy!
Yeah.
Look, what happened there, little man Emmerich? Where did I go?
What even happened? It happened 2 seconds ago.
That's
Oh, it was a big bluff.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a beautiful play. Anyways, we got a king 10 6 flop. I think goes check checks. 3 on the turn. Goes check check. No, there must have been a little bit on the flop if there's 4 blinds in the middle. It doesn't matter. We should just look to show down our pair of 6s. The ace king 10. We'll chop it up. Happy eventually checks it over. And we chop it up. King 3 for Happy on the button. We'll just fold Suggestor with a couple of 5s, so we'll rip it in and take it down pre most likely. I'll mix with the King 7-0. King 2 for Suggestor. We'll raise the minimum from the button. Playing 25 blinds deep. They will eventually start just to rip it in. It's always interesting to know to note when players start to do that. Usually it's around the 25 blind mark. 6-7 for Happy. Thinking about a limp. 10-5 for Suggestor. Waiting patiently, and the big blind does see the limp. 10-5 will raise to 3.38 blinds. Happy's in a weird spot. Has a little bit of playability. Didn't necessarily want to see this raise as Elmrix is sitting there with 15 blinds. Happy will find the fold. It's about an 18k ladder, so makes a lot of sense. Happy just wants to preserve their situation. Ace 5. Again, we might just start to rip it in pre, and Happy does do it. Takes it down. Jack 2 suited for Suggestor. They'll raise. Looking to take the pot down. Happy with a 5 and a 4 in the big. I think we play call. We'll see a flop here. 5-4 suited. King Jack 7 goes check. And Suggestor's got that pair of jacks with a shitty kicker. We might check. Look to keep the pot small. We might bet. Look to take it down. Suggestor checks. Get a 6 on the turn, so a straight draw plus the flush draw now for Happy. 8, 3, or a diamond. And Happy will take the pot. Get the 5 of hearts on the river, so pretty boring. Suggestor could always go for a little value. I don't know if Happy even wants to block bet here. They just check it on over. I think Suggestor should fire off a value bet, at least half pot. They go closer to 3/4. Happy goes in the tank. Did we ever jam as a bluff? Happy says we just fold. Aces for Suggestor. 5-5 for Happy. Jack 10 for Elmrix. Elmrix raises the button. The small pocket pair hits the muck. Would be cool to see a call from Suggestor. They just click it back to 3.9 blinds. Jack 10 should just get out of the way. No, we find the call and flop a straight draw to the 7 or queen. Backdoor flush draw. Suggestor bet small. 1.8 blinds into about 9. Elmrix just knows they're getting milked here. They rip it all in with about 40%. 9 on the turn. We'll cut down on a lot of those outs, but the 7 on the river will make the straight for Elmrix, so they win a big pot. 26 blinds, they're back in the game. But Suggestor still got this big ass stack, yo. 7-4 gets a walk. Queen 10 for Suggestor, Queen 10 for Elmrix. Get a raise, and I don't know. Elmrix says fold. King 5 for Ace 5 for Happy in the big blind. Rips it all in and takes it down pre.
I love that Happy's just still there, trucking along, making our way.
They're in a little trouble here. King Queen in the small blind might rip it all in. Don't do it, Happy. Ace King for Suggestor in the big blind. Yeah, Happy's in real trouble. They're gonna need some queens or some straight help. What about some spades?
Look at
Ace
this.
on the turn. Pretty well dead's Happy. They're Gonzo Alonso in 3rd place.
Oh.
And Suggestor wins a big ass pot. Blinds go up. We're heads
This is
up.
crazy. Suggestor wasn't even on the radar really. He was in and out and up and down, and here we go.
Queen 10 for Elmrix. They're both saying GL. That's good to see. Always nice when the players use the chat little comment box as we get an all-in. Ace 8. Elmrix with the Queen 10 might think about a call here. No, they do just let her go. I'll just kiss those 3 blinds goodbye. 9-8 for Elmrix. Will limp it in. King 2 for Suggestor. Might avoid playing the pot by ripping it in. 9-8 again. Another strong equity holding, but probably doesn't want to call. Does find it anywho. We're looking for a 9 or an 8. Oh, there's a bunch of 2s. My bad. So Joyster gets the job done. Look at all those 2s. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
King 2. Flopping 3 of a kind. Elmrix does eventually get second place, and Joyster gets the victory. I suppose this shit doesn't matter. We don't need to see it again. Anyways, that's the end of the show. So if you made it all the way through, thanks for checking this bullshit out. Hopefully we'll see you in another video. Until then, adios amigos.